997 funnels. On paper, looked that they were converting. Good cost per leads, good conversions, but they wind up plateauing around 100K a month. And this is what most of you are doing. A lot of you run DM ads, you're running like short opt-in to VSL, and all these funnels, they don't work that well past 100K a month. I'm going to explain to you why. Now, there's 3 funnels that I found that are the highest converting that took us to over $1 million a month, and I'm going to share with you today. While everyone's split testing, the landing page design, headlines, there's a couple of people like myself that are making 8 figures online that are doing the exact opposite. This $1 million difference comes down to one element that I'm going to break down in today's video. And I've done this for 7 years. I've ran well over 1,000 funnels. And these 3 have consistently broke to millions for not just ourselves, but our high ticket clients as well. So let's hop into this. In order for me to find 3, 997 had to fail. And here's why. Most funnels can't scale past 50K to 100K a month. Like I said before, you're going to see increase of customer acquisition costs rise very drastically. A lot of people like to run, these DM ad campaigns. And what they don't realize is that DM ads, you might start off getting, $5, $6, $7, $8 a lead. But then as you scale to $1,000 a day and spend $1,500 a day and spend, your cost per messages go to 11, 12, 15, 20, sometimes even upwards of 30. And now you're basically fighting CAC. You got to raise prices and you got to fix other levers in the business that didn't need to be fixed as much. Second is these funnels had decent conversions, but they could be a lot better. Biggest quote I've heard from one of my mentors, Greg, was, "Hey, dude, things are great, but they can always be better." A lot of us get complacent with the funnel that we have instead of optimizing it further, from front of funnel to the back. Okay, last was LTV was a major KPI I wasn't tracking per funnel. If you don't know what LTV is, that's your lifetime value on every single customer who comes to the ecosystem. So optimizing the funnel forward instead of back makes everything a lot more efficient. We don't just add on things to make it more confusing. We add on things to build more customer lifetime values. There's more products, more offers, and also looking at the way the buying persona is. Like, how is this buyer actually converting and how are they buying and what things matter to them during the sales process? It wasn't about traffic quality or the landing page design. A lot of people get very, excited about the way their landing page looks, right? Oh, it's got to be world class, yada, yada, yada. My done-for-you webinar landing page, wojoadvertising.com, has 0 design to it. And that funnel's been running for now about 2 years. It outconverts every other funnel. I want conversions. I don't want just my stuff to look good. Like, yeah, your website should look great because that's a brand authority persona angle. But your funnels don't have to look like they were built by Russell Brunson. It's not that serious. And traffic quality is interesting because what offer you put in front of people is going to dictate the quality of urgency that the avatar has, not just the quality of the avatar. It's also about their urgency behind solving the problem that you're hitting a pain point on. Most of the time, traffic quality just comes down to a lack of urgency. When the prospect has a lack of urgency, now they're shitty quality because they don't show. They tell you they got to wait till next week, or they're just looking into it. They're curious. Okay, that doesn't develop high converting prospects. Now, what was the real problem? I was tracking the wrong metrics to make myself believe that I was crushing it. And these are the metrics that I was looking at. I was looking at cost per lead and cost per call, thinking that those were the only things that matter. Then I implemented Hyros to get better click-through attribution on what was actually performing well inside the funnel. Second was show rates. If I have a funnel with, let's say 30% show rates and I'm selling a 3K offer, that's very hard to scale. But if I have 50%, show rates and I have a 2K offer, the 2K offer has a better chance of succeeding. So show rates are not the only thing that will dictate it. It also is dictated by your close rates. Okay, I was only looking at close rate, but what if I had a 5K offer and a 10K offer? And my 5K is getting a 20% and my 10K is getting, a 35%. Even though this is twice the price, right? I have a 5% drop off here. What we're not tracking here is LTV. The person who buys a $10,000 product is better than a 5K offer. So if these people buy a 10K, I can now do more upsells. I can have them sign for longer, and I can also ascend them at the end, right? So these things will be dictated by what the lifetime value is, not just close rates and show rates and cost per lead and call. I have a lot of cost per calls inside of my Hyros account that are, $180 per call, and they're not getting a high ROAS. Then the ones that are getting 275 are getting a high ROAS. Just because the cost per call is better, the cost per lead is better, does not mean that it's better. So here's the first $1 million funnel. It is webinars. Okay. As you know, I'm very, very bullish on webinars. Okay. And here's all the reasons why. Number one is I get a better return on my ad spend. Okay. The results that our clients are getting are insane. We get better ROASs overall. Second is my cost per leads are good, not just because it's the only KPI that matters. It's because of this. I can build a bigger email list. If I can build a bigger email list, I will always have a consistent community that can buy things on autopilot. Next is it's only 1 hour a week. I don't need to take 40 hours of sales calls the whole week. Just 1 hour a week. Next is a content builder. If I were presenting on a webinar right now, I could have the camera up and I could just present and get content at the same time. I don't need to get scripts or hooks or all this stuff. Also, I'm getting very good show rates on webinars. And because my CPL is so good, my cost per shows are money. Absolute money. Next is good retention. I'm getting about 85% of people to stay till the end. Most people on a sales call are already giving you sales resistance in the first freaking couple of seconds. Okay? I keep good retention because I'm building stories, I'm teaching, infatuations, examples, live testimonials, all that stuff. Next is I have better sales efficiency. I know that I am going to have better predictability doing this 1 hour a week webinar than I will taking 40 calls a week. And also on top of the content builder, while I'm presenting one-to-many, I am beating the trust recession. When I'm presenting for a whole entire hour, it speaks more volumes to what I'm teaching than ever before. It just does. And when I'm able to talk in front of you for a whole hour, you now trust me more. Same thing with this YouTube video. If you saw a 30-second clip on Instagram, you're not going to trust me as much. But now you watch a full 10-minute YouTube video, now you're like, okay, this kid's smart. He knows what he's talking about. I should work with him. Same thing with your prospects. They're sitting there going, okay, well, if he broke down how this works more, I'd probably go with him. If he broke down how I can hire better, I'd probably go with his hiring agency or recruiting agency, wherever it is. These are things that they need to be able to put in their minds. And these have been a huge link with beating the trust recession. Okay, that's the first funnel. Second is low ticket ascension. Selling something for $7, $17, $27 on the front end, and then getting the book a call because your ad spend is being liquidated. Okay, so first thing is ad spend liquidation. I'm selling something for $7, $17, $27, $37, or maybe a bullish $97. And I'm paying for that customer through ads, but they're giving me $7 back. They're giving me $27 back. I'm liquidating my ad spend. Next piece is the sales calls are pre-framed. When you buy something on low ticket, then you go to the thank you page to book a call, you want faster implementation. The sales call is now pre-framed with urgency. And now that you've already bought something from me, I can ascend you with trust because we're in a trust recession. You need to build that with your audience. And now that you already spent money on the front end and you're not a free lead, I have higher lifetime value right off the rip. Higher lifetime value regardless. I have customers who bought my low ticket products 3 years ago that are now becoming clients. It is hands down higher lifetime value. Okay. And while I'm getting all these buyers, I'm building an email list of buyers, not just a bigger list, a higher quality list of people who swipe their credit cards with me. And these products are giving my prospects a quick win. Maybe it's a template, a script, some type of video course on solving one type of problem, maybe increasing show rates, whatever it is, right? You're giving them a quick win. Like if I buy that thing, I should get a quick win same day. And it's your chance to over deliver. If you're just starting off your brand and you're starting to build this trust in the market, when someone buys a $7 product or a $97, you can overload the value to where they're like, damn, this was really valuable. They underpromised, over-delivered. Now I'm going to buy more stuff and I'm going to book a sales call. Sales calls are free. I'm liquidating my ad spend. So for example, if I spend $100 a day and I get 80 back, or let's do 80 back. I spent $20 to get X calls. I did not spend $100. I only spent 20, which is the difference between 180. I didn't spend the full amount of money and I got people to spend money. So now my lifetime value is already up and I'm getting better book calls on the actual calendar. This brings me to the last and final funnel, which is challenges and events. I run in-person events. I also run challenges like the Webinars That Convert Challenge, which is coming to a date near you on Saturday. So you can click the link in the description, sign up for the Webinars That Convert Challenge. Okay, why are challenges and events more lucrative? If I spend a longer amount of time with the prospects, either in person or online, I can now sell a higher ticket item. I can sell that 15, 20, 25K item because I've spent more time with them, not a sales pitching sales call. Also, when I'm doing challenges and events, there's more people in the room, which means that I have more authority. And on top of it, if you've been talking to prospects for the last couple of months, invite them to the challenge or the event, and you can now have a follow-up machine. Hey, you didn't buy, come to my event. Here's a small ticket, 97 bucks. Come in person. I want to meet you. Okay, it's a follow-up machine. They've been in the ecosystem. You've been warming them up. Now it's time to close them. Also, guest collabs. This is what I call association selling. When I run events or challenges, I can bring on guest speakers that have authority, and now we're actually selling you through association. Those are people who are guest collabs. They are getting maybe paid a certain percentage of the pitch, or they're repitching for you, and they can make money and you get more authority associated with them. That's like me having Russell Brunson come to my event, helping me sell webinars. The amount of associated selling there is absurd. I would probably get a double conversion rate just from that alone. Also get a higher engagement than a free webinar. More engagement than a free webinar. In person, I can see you face to face. On a 3-day challenge, I can see you for a couple days. You have to engage. You take the workbooks. You implement. You comment. Also on challenges and events, I can sell multiple offers, multiple pitches, not just one offer to one audience. Now, on these challenges and events, because they're in person or longer periods online, I'm getting a cheaper cost per lead, and this allows me to even get a higher ROAS. Now, why is this different than webinars? This just takes a lot more fulfillment and time. And there's only 2 things that really make this a harder funnel run. That's why it's number 3, but it is very lucrative. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want us to implement either of these 3 funnels side of your business, click the Calendly link in the comment section and description. We'd love for you to book a demo call completely free. Talk to one of my senior advisors and see which one's the best fit for you, your offer, and your business. I will see you guys in the next video. It's been Jason Wojo. Peace out.